This issue oftentimes is kind of like has labor similarities to actually inflation, which is that there are a lot of companies that are making things harder for working people, not because they need to, but because they can. For example, with inflation and rising prices, we are seeing that, you go to the grocery store now and it's like $100 buys you like 4 things. It's crazy. And when we dig into this, we see that it's actually, they blame everything under the sun, gas prices and labor and things like that. But when you actually break it down, it's profiteering. That's really just what it is. They're charging more because they think they can charge more, and they want they want to squeeze people more for their shareholders. And when we see with these mass layoffs, it's also very similar. There aren't really conditions that we see out there that really explain why these companies are justified in laying off all these people in a sector, but they are. And so, on the federal level, labor law, part of it, there's a couple of things at play. One of these things is that there's an antitrust issue at the core of this. When you have a big company like Facebook that owns Facebook and Instagram, and now they have this new Twitter platform that's coming out, what they are able to do is monopolize that market, and they have way more control over the skill and the talent in that market as well. And so I think antitrust is a part of this conversation. Some of these companies are too big, and they do need to be broken up.
Good evening, friends. It is coming soon. The Federal Reserve is expected to announce another interest rate hike. Economists predict that this will affect many things, and millions of U.S. households are also eligible to score an extra $2,500 in tax credits. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all of the latest news. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dearest friends, please make sure that you enter the weekly giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. The Federal Reserve skipped raising interest rates in June, but now it appears that there will be another hike later this month. There remains a slim likelihood that there will be no change, but a rate increase will be in line with projections of both the market and the Fed itself. The minutes from the last Fed's meeting shows that some officials were pushing for an increase of 1/4 of their percentage points in June, while others indicated that they could have supported such a move. All 11 voting members of the committee that sets interest rates agreed to hold off on increasing rates when they met on June 13th. However, they all expressed that they could raise the hikes 2 more times within this year. The Fed continues to have great concerns that inflation is taking too long to reach a 2% target, making it likely that they will maintain their high interest rates to fight off price increases. The Fed Watch tool, which analyzes the probabilities of changes in the Fed rate, shows that there is a strong likelihood that a hike will take place during the upcoming July meeting. Meanwhile, Fed Chief Jerome Powell, in a testimony before Congress, said there is a long way to go in the battle against inflation, and that they expect to increase rates before the year is over. When the Federal Reserve kicked off its rate hiking campaign in March last year, the housing market responded predictably. Mortgage rates climbed, leading to eventual decline in home prices. But after 10 rate hikes, the housing market, traditionally one of the most interest rate sensitive areas of the economy, is anything but predictable. When the Fed raises interest rates, that increases the rates that banks charge each other for overnight loans. Banks and other financial institutions pass on the higher costs of borrowing to consumers by charging them higher rates on mortgages, credit cards, auto loans, and other loans. So in theory, consumers respond to this by cutting back on spending, which means businesses cannot raise their prices as much as they've had. Americans can also score more than $2,500 from an electric vehicle tax credit. More states are offering incentives to drivers who buy electric vehicles. On July 1st, Colorado increased the state electric vehicle rebate from $2,000 to $5,000. Residents can now claim the cash on any electric vehicle with a starting price of less than $80,000. According to the Colorado Energy Office, if they can wait until January 1st, 2024, an additional $2,500 credit will kick in for cars that cost $35,000 or less. So Colorado has set aside $2 million for its electric vehicle rebate initiative, so the system can last through the middle of 2024. Meanwhile, low and moderate income residents can receive as much as $6,000 in a rebate for purchasing a new electric vehicle, or $4,000 for purchasing a used one. Residents are also eligible for a trade-in program if their vehicle is a 2011 or older gas or diesel model, or if the car fails the state's emission tests. Several U.S. states are also offering similar rebates for drivers who go green. The Massachusetts Electric Vehicle Rebate Program offers as much as $5,000. Residents who own or lease a battery electric vehicle that is less than $55,000 can qualify for a rebate of $3,500. Low-income drivers will receive $1,500 extra, bringing the total possible rebate amount to $5,000. But unfortunately, some programs were a little too successful and ran out of money. The Charge Up New Jersey program, launched in May 2020, has now given about $90 million in rebates over the past 3 years. The state suspended the rebates on April 17, 2023, after paying out an estimated $35 million this year for over 10,000 electric vehicle purchases. On July 1st, the incentive returned, but Peter Peretzman, a spokesperson for the Board of Public Utilities, said he was not clear if there are plans to raise the program's funding for next fiscal year. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about electric vehicles? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Sunday. My dear friends, thank you so much for joining me here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Sunday.